Thaipusam, the dance of devotion. Thaipusam is an important Tamil festival celebrated in January or early February by Tamils in India and across the world. On the festival day, devotees undertake an act of hardship and sacrifice. Some people carry pots of milk on their heads, while others carry a kavadi, a wooden or iron arch decorated with flowers and peacock feathers weighing up to 7 kgs. Many devotees practice self-mortification with spears through their cheeks or fish hooks on their body. What are the origins of the festival that is celebrated in countries that are thousands of miles away from Tamil lands? Sura Samharam. Thaipusam marks the victory of Lord Murugan over the demon or Asura king Surapadman. After their defeat by Surapadman, the Devas pleaded with Lord Shiva for help. From his third eye, Lord Shiva emitted a spark which split into 6 babies as it fell into the river Ganga. The Kritikas or Kartigai pen cared for the babies until goddess Parvati embraced them and merged the 6 forms into one god, Murugan. Lord Murugan sent his general Veerabahu to negotiate a truce with Surapadman, but the peace mission failed. The Devas and the Asuras battled for 6 days. In the end, Surapadman's magical powers could not stand up to Lord Murugan's powerful weapon, the veil. Surapadman was split into 2 forms, a peacock, which became Lord Murugan's Vahanam or vehicle, and a rooster, which became the symbol on the Lord's flag. The gift of the veil. Thaipusam is also believed to be the day goddess Parvati created the veil through her divine Shakti or strength and presented it to her son Lord Murugan for the war against the Asuras. The veil was the key to Lord Murugan's victory over the Asura armies and their powerful kings Surapadman, Tarakasura and Simhamukhan. Tripura Dahanam. Another story commemorates the Tripura Dahanam or the victory of Lord Shiva over Tripurasura, a trio of Asuras, and the destruction of Tripura, their magical cities. Tarakaksha, Vidyunmali and Kamalaksha, the 3 Asura brothers, believed they were invincible due to the boons they had received. They built magical moving forts which aligned only for a split second every 1,000 years. They had a boon from Lord Brahma that only a single arrow could be used to destroy all the 3 forts at the same time. The Asuras became arrogant and started harassing innocent people and even the Devas and the Rishis. The Devas pleaded with Lord Shiva to help them. Lord Shiva agreed. He went to war with Tripurasura and destroyed Tripura with a single arrow. In another version of the legend, the Devas were proud that Lord Shiva could defeat the Asuras only with the help of the chariot and the weapons they had given. Lord Shiva, knowing this well, burned down Tripura with a mere smile, thus destroying their ego. And so, Lord Shiva is also known as Siritha Puramirita Peruman. This event is celebrated during Thaipusam in Shiva temples. Ananda Tandavam. King Hiranyavarman was a wise and just ruler in ancient Tamilagam. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva and wanted to witness his divine dance. The king abdicated his throne and became an ascetic. Along with King Hiranyavarman, the sages Vyagrapada and Patanjali were also ardent devotees of Lord Shiva. Pleased with their prayers, the Lord of Dance performed the Ananda Tandavam, the dance of bliss, at the Chidambaram temple. This event is commemorated during Thaipusam. Parvati's curse. Once, Lord Murugan eavesdropped on a conversation between his parents, Goddess Parvati and Lord Shiva. He thus learned the true meaning of the Pranava mantra Om. The furious goddess cursed her son for the stealthy act. Lord Murugan then had to undergo a long penance. On Thaipusam day, Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati forgave their son and removed the curse on him. Kaveri's boon. Once, the river Kaveri in South India felt jealous of the fame of the river Ganga in the north. Goddess Kaveri prayed to Lord Vishnu and was blessed with a darshan or vision of the Lord on Thaipusam. Kavadi, the burden. The Kavadi has an interesting story behind it as well. Lord Shiva gave sage Agastya 2 two hillocks, Shivagiri and Shaktigiri, to carry to South India. The old sage asked Idumban, his trusted disciple, to carry the hills for him. Idumban and Asura had survived the war with Surapadman and now worshipped Lord Murugan. With the hills balanced on his shoulders, Idumban set out for the south. At Parani in southern India, he put the hills down to rest for a while. Meanwhile in Kailasa, Lord Murugan had left home in a huff. He was angry that his parents had favored Lord Ganesha, his brother. Instead of awarding the divine fruit of knowledge, the Jnanaparam, to him, they had given it to his brother. Lord Murugan sat down at the foot of these hills to meditate. Lord Shiva tried to pacify the angry young god. He praised Lord Murugan as the fruit of all wisdom, or in Tamil, Paramni, but failed to soothe his son. The place where Lord Murugan meditated is even today called Parani. When Idumban tried to lift up the hills, he found that he couldn't move them at all. He saw a young boy wearing only a loincloth seated on the hill and shouted at him to move away. Disturbed by Idumban, Lord Murugan in anger killed the Asura. Once his temper cooled down and he realized that he had killed a faithful devotee, Lord Murugan forgave Idumban and restored him to life. Idumban then prayed to Lord Murugan, asking for two boons. He wanted to guard the Paini temple. He also asked that a devotee carrying a kavadi to the Paini Murugan temple should be blessed by Lord Murugan. Today, people first pray at the Idumban shrine located halfway up the hill before proceeding to the Dandayudapani Swami temple in Payani. The custom of carrying the kavadi to Payani has spread to all Murugan temples around the world. In Payani, Thaipusam is a 10-day festival and celebrated with great fanfare every year. Devotees carry a variety of kavadis. On the 6th day of the festival, a chariot of Lord Murugan with his consorts is taken out in a procession known as the Rathotsavam. The festival is celebrated as Thaipusam in Subramanya Swami Temple in Kerala, South India. It is the only temple where Lord Murugan is worshipped in his form as the Deva Senapati, the supreme commander of the divine forces. The Parakkum Kavadi or Garuda Kavadi is among the most difficult and well-known kavadis performed during Thaipusam. Thaipusam is observed in many countries such as India, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Myanmar, Fiji, Seychelles, Singapore, South Africa, Reunion Islands, Mauritius, Thailand, and more. Thaipusam unites the Tamil community across the world through an ancient, unbroken tradition of prayer, faith, and devotion to the divine.
Shanmuga guga shanmuga guga saravana baba.